Hello. This is the second time I was watching a fail video. I watch these often. Um, quick little clips of people falling down or, falling in the pool or whatever. And it was a few months ago, a commercial popped up after, and it was as graphic, the language was as graphic and sexual as a pornography site. Now, I assume children don't get ads like that because they already know their ages. They know everything about them. They know everything about us just from our phone. It identifies us. The major device we use online, it identifies our age, who we are, everything. The first commercial months ago, I will not repeat what it said because it was that bad. And you know I'm not afraid to curse online or say some outlandish, vulgar shit. This commercial I just saw now, I didn't see the whole thing because I can't believe I'm seeing it on YouTube after what they put me through, especially. And this is an advertiser. This is a commercial being put in front of God knows how many people. And I should be allowed to say it since they can show me the commercial, right? Right, adjudicated criminals? I don't come to YouTube for that kind of stuff. We adults know where to go to see that kind of stuff. We don't come here to see that kind of stuff, at least most of us. Or hear that kind of stuff. So a young woman gets on camera. Obviously, the voice was probably dubbed in. And she said something basically to the effect of, my husband effed my you know what 8 times. You heard, my husband effed my you know what 8 times. Because of this new pill. You know, the same word Donald Trump used when he was talking to, who was that, Billy Bush, whoever the fuck that is, about grabbing by the you know what. That's the word she used. So I'm getting straight up pornographic commentary by fake women in ads on YouTube, and this is the second or third time it's happened. I mean, again, I might as well be on a porno site with what I just saw and heard. And some company paid this company, the adjudicated criminal Google, to run these ads. And, who knows? Maybe it does pop up on a kid's screen. We don't know. And I just think back again. I think about all the bullshit I went through, all the bullshit excuses they used to take my channels down. It was nothing, just to protect murderers in the mob. That's all it was for. Nothing else. And random stalkers, they would call up and complain. Fat pillheads, all kind of people. And I'd get taken down for semantic this, bullshit that. My money fucked with, defamed, lies told about me, bots deployed against me that defame a dead man, make fun of how he died, sent straight from the family he used to be part of. What a shame. Isn't that fucked up? Adjudicated criminals destined to burn? I think it is. All for me to watch Russian agents being paid by Russia be promoted on this website, even after we find out they're Russian agents. I don't care if they were born in Canada or America. When they take Russian money, they're Russian agents. That's all that matters to me. Obviously doesn't matter to the adjudicated criminal that allowed them to broadcast for 20 years, including Alex Jones, which YouTube and all kind of other websites allowed to defame an entire town and dead children and parents that lost those children. This website allowed that until the lawsuits broke out. Then they were like, yeah, maybe we better. And now they talk about letting them back. Maybe they did let them back. I don't even know. I haven't checked. Wouldn't surprise me. Tim Pool's still promoted right at the top. All the other paid shields for Russia promoted. None canceled. So if I had taken Russian money and you all found out about it and I was betraying my country and trying to ruin it for the right-wing grift machine and the technocracy and the adjudicated criminal Google and the Meta, Zuckerberg the pedophile, Leon the pedophile. If I had done those things, then it's cool for me to broadcast because I would have bought ads on this website. And if I was running a sexually explicit company trying to fool old men who can't get hard-ons no more into thinking they might get a young girl like that if their dick just worked, you still wouldn't get a young girl like that. It's a fantasy. Another thing, some website allowed an Indian man to, for months and months this went on, collect thousands of dollars using an AI-generated attractive blonde girl. He didn't make no money at first. Then he started going the MAGA route, which, again, I saw that grift sitting there 10 years ago. Son, I could have did the same thing, and I would be rich as fuck right now. Because you people are that stupid. And you know who I'm talking to. Websites allowed this man to put a falsely generated blonde up for months and months and collect thousands of dollars from people. Yet they shut me down left and right. And they saw me on camera every day. That wasn't AI generated. And I wasn't pretending I believe in MAGA, in the devil, to make money. I wasn't doing that. Even though I could have, easily. So this Indian man made thousands of dollars, and I don't hear about no charges or going after him. So the website just allowed it. I'm seeing on TikTok about, I don't know, 30 at least AI-generated MAGA influencers that have been running for months and months. I wonder how many of them are on here. Not getting shut down. So, the moral authority that tells me everything I'm doing is wrong, everything I say is wrong, which is really, again, just protecting the mob and now protecting the Reich, which they have all their money on. No problem putting young women in front of me with a fake AI-generated vocal over it that says, my husband effed my blah blah 8 times. 8 times my husband effed my. Because of this wonderful pill. that type of advertising that belongs on, a porno site is on YouTube. Happily put in front of us by the adjudicated criminal Google who exploits children. It seems the threat to children is the adjudicated criminal Google, Meta, the pedophile Zuckerberg. Since he's a pedophile, yeah, he's a real threat to children. Leon Scum, the ads and everything he's doing, the targeting of children on X, same thing on Twitter. It seems you are all the threats to the children, not us out here. Yet the answer is collect IDs to save the children from you, the criminals, the exploiters, the liars who work with the mob and defame people and shut good people down and promote shills for Russia even after we find out they're shills for Russia. Paid shills that bought advertising on your criminal endeavor called Google. So that makes it okay because they bought advertising. Or on Meta, when they buy advertising, you don't have to worry about the disciplinary rules if you buy enough in ads. I guess what I'm saying, you guys are pornographers. I don't come here for that. None of us do, actually. We know where to go for that. And I wonder how many children those ads end up in front of. So who's the problem here as far as the little children's go? Well, all the tech bros, half of them, 90% of them are pedophiles. The only one that's not is Sindar, which is surprising. Yet, everybody else is. Everybody else in the damn files. So one, the companies are being run by pedophile. Gates, Zuck, Leon, others. Two, they put utterly damaging things in front of children. And they have meetings about how we can make it more addictive for the little childrens that we pretend to care about, the community we pretend to care about. And instead of fining these companies ridiculous sums of money and saying, if you do that again, we will shut your fucking shit down. Like they do to people for nothing, except in this case, it'd be justified. And the only answer is you all give us your ID so we can sell that and give it to the surveillance state as well. I'm having to spend time learning about alternative browsers. Because every website we go to, about 90,000 pieces of information, the second we log on to any website, open the window up, about 90,000 pieces of information every minute goes out on us to a million different companies. All facilitated by adjudicated criminals like Google. And Meta and all of it. So I have to waste my time looking for alternative browsers because I don't want my information going out to 90 companies. I want to make it as difficult as possible. I don't want to be a slave. And as if we weren't enslaved enough, the majority of us, they had to take it further, just like I explained the other day. Allowing the peasants to have access to a middle-class life, the husband can go out, the wife can stay home, take care of the kids. Like normal families are supposed to operate. And I'm not saying every woman that's what they should go do, if that's what you want to do. And a lot of women, believe it or not, they do want to do that. They do want to have children and be a stay-at-home wife and all that. Some actually want to do it. I think it's like an internal programming for being a woman that comes from God or wherever. Just like the internal programming for a man is to ball everything he sees. It's just how we're programmed. Does everyone succumb to that and act that way? No. But a lot do. And so do a lot of women. They ain't special. They ain't much different than men in that respect. In fact, they're not different at all than men in that respect. But what I'm trying to say is the option is not available. For a normal man, not a man who has an in, not a Freemason, not who's someone who's, guaranteed good job the second they get out of college, via their daddy, their mommy, their connections. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the average guy or girl that doesn't have a lot of money, doesn't really have an opportunity to go to college because there are only so many scholarships, son. And the kiss ass is really work for those, the really super ambitious sociopaths that want to run the world. Those are the ones that get the scholarships because they make it their life. As the rest of us are out enjoying our youth, they make it their life to rule the world from age 10. So they get into scholarships and you isn't. And it's always been that way, son. So the average person, this life we used to almost be able to have. Again, a man getting one job, he can have a couple cars, a house, a wife, a few kids, pay for their college, normal. For people like Miss Rothschild, Mr. Greasy Pete Thale, Leon Scum, that was too much. And the ones that came before them, their forefathers and mothers, same attitude. It bothered them as they walked around filthy rich that you could have a life. So they stole that and made it impossible. Understand this. These people walk around bothered by that. A haunting line I will remember and repeat to Donnie at the lake when we're there. Yeah, we're going to keep housing prices up. We don't want people that don't work that hard to have a house, as if Donnie worked one day in his life, a hard day. And wasn't just born filthy rich and didn't just inherit $400 million from his daddy and he tried to steal the rest, but daddy still had enough cognitive ability to stop that. But Donnie tried. That's your Antichrist scumbags. Also a millionaire by age 8 for tax purposes, not because his father loved him. Put him on salary. This was known in 2015, idiots, by the way. You who voted for it. You who tout the gospel of Donnie worked hard and pulled himself up by the bootstraps. Or Thale or Leon or Zuck or any of them. None of them did that. Not a one. Not even close. CIA interlinked, funded. That's all. Because I always had the sneaking suspicion, especially about Facebook, how it just blew up overnight. I just thought CIA right away. And then I thought over the years, it makes sense that the CIA would love the social media idea, the Facebook type idea, because it's us just making a full dossier of everything we believe, everything we say, everything we love, don't love. Right for the CIA to read. They don't have to spy on us. They don't have to break into our house or our computer system. They can just go to your Facebook page And they know everything about you. What your kids look like, everything. What religion you are, what political persuasion. That's what it was all for. Of course, just like you, I didn't realize that right away. I'm certain of it now. So none of them pulled themselves up by the bootstraps. Thale, Leon, and Zuck are probably utterly linked to the CIA. Thale and Leon, I know for sure. Zuck, I'm still wondering about, but I'm pretty sure about that too. Yet that's the gospel preached to us. And then after they preached that gospel to us, the pedophile elite, because that's who's been running things for many, many, many decades. And no, they ain't liberals, son. I'm sorry. It's the reason Alex Jones is losing his business. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the deep state. It's because Alex was a snake oil salesman lying to you, pointing his finger at the liberals when he was the pedophile. He was the rapist. He was the Satanist. Don't be fooled by the act he's doing now, and Tucker and Candace. Because it is all an act. They are opportunist grifters. And they shill for white supremacy, even though some of them ain't white. There's money in being black and shilling for white supremacy. There's big money in it, especially if you're a pseudo-attractive black woman. Oh my God. They love that. You know, a pseudo-attractive black woman who does video chats for $1,500 a minute, minimum 15 minutes. There are high-end hookers that are too ashamed to ask for that kind of money. They'd be too embarrassed. Let me finish this because I'm just rambling here and wasting time. I get shut down over and over again as they throw straight up porno in my face. And people pay this adjudicated criminal to show that porno in my face after they shut me down left and right and dare attempt to claim the moral high ground. And I wonder how many children are seeing that, and I don't think an ID is going to stop it, son. Not that you care. So I just wanted to make you aware of the kind of ads that are being thrown at me because they know I'm a 50-ish adult male with a long internet history. So maybe you ladies don't get those commercials. Maybe you get something else. I don't know. And especially my viewers, all two of you that have followed this escapade over the years. Me and social media is what I mean. All the shutdowns for the bullshit reasons. All the you said this wrong thing, you said that wrong thing, you curse too much, you do this, you do that. You're a scammer. And then they allow scammers that sell hard-on pills right in front of me as I'm watching a fail video. It's not a sexual video. Very generic, regular type stuff. So again, after everything I've been through, we've been through, the attacks, the stalking, the bots, the insults, the threats, the making fun of a dead man, how he died for the mob, sent by the mob. I get fake young women with fake voices on a video that someone paid to put on YouTube, that YouTube was all too happy to run, saying my husband effed my blah 8 times. And then she repeats it and then goes into the pitch for the snake oil. The AI girl with the AI voice. Pitching hard on pills, I guess. Trying to make all the old geriatrics out there that can't get a hard on no more think they got a shot at a young woman. Yeah, you don't got a shot at a young woman unless you pay for it, son. And we all know that. The same as that Indian scammer who probably had a channel on here. I bet if I looked into it, I'd find it. And these people ain't stupid. They know when it's an AI generated fake. They know when an account's in fucking India. Saying they're a MAGA blonde, 22 years old, whatever the lie was. They damn well know. I bet if I looked, I'd find it. Right here. That scammer made thousands of dollars and he did not get called a scammer by these websites. I did. Because that's what the mob was looking for. And the adjudicated criminal Google, I mean, they're just another mob, so they were just working mob to mob. No problem. We'll handle it. And then the cunts on the outside that ran with the mob talking points that were given to them, too. So many of you. What a shame. What you could have been before you became nothing. So many of you. What we could have done. And if we want to move on to Donnie shitbags and all that, what our country could have been, what this planet could have been without you, son. Without you and your orange antichrist. Only if you had never been born. Only if Pete Thale hadn't been born, or Leon, or Donnie, or Sindar, or fucking Zuckerberg, or all the sycophants under them that just want to be just like them. In the cubicles, you know who you are. All charcoal. Guaranteed. You chose it, son. I didn't. I'm sorry. I take no pleasure in you going to the lake. You chose the path. I did not. You chose the path of Satan. You chose to put pornography in front of us on a regular social media website. You chose to work with the mob. Be ye peasant or company man or woman. You're all the same robots. And you're all going to the same place. And I know that for sure. So the adjudicated criminal, specifically Google, works with the mob, defames, runs a monopoly, gets adjudicated a criminal for that, exploits children, and then throws Russian shills, enemies to our country, AI-generated accounts and influencers and liars and scammers and snake oil salesmen until the lawsuit drops. Then they ban them for a little bit. Some of them, not all of them. Alex specifically. After they platformed the lies and defamation for years. And then after the heat dies down, they talk about letting them back. Me? Defamed, shut down, And if I dare put up a video that gets 1,100 likes, even through the censorship, because that's how good it is, that's how golden it is, then they start chipping likes away from it because that bothers them. Again, son, and it ain't just for fucking with my song or me or my rapper. It's the damage you've done to thousands of people. What's really going to bother you is when you're in the lake. And I already know you're going to be there. I'm talking about most of the employees that work for this company, if not all of them. Because you're part of something, son, and you're fine with it. And so many of you out there that I've seen are part of something. And you justify it because I have bills to pay. Okay. I don't think that's going to work in front of the man, though. That's the problem. I just watched a masked ICE agent who was obviously Mexican punch a young Latin kid in the face because he got a little too close during one of their kidnappings. And I could tell he knew he did something wrong, and the women there kept pointing it out and kept following him and filming him. Betraying his people, assaulting his people, kidnapping his people. In a mask. But that tan Latin skin sticks out, son. We can tell what you is. I know, son. You had bills to pay, and you would have never gotten an opportunity like that in your life to make that kind of money. Ever. I know. That's why they're paying it. But, son, the man will not be pleased. And when I say the man will not be pleased, that's eternal, son. That's your ass. There ain't no talking your way out of it. You can't just put a mask on and betray your people to get out of it. So in the end, and we ain't that far from that, and that's obvious. Again, all masks will be removed. All cubicle workers will be revealed. All traitors. All those who said, it's okay to run with Satan as long as my bills are paid, as long as I'm looked at as a success in life. That is so earthly, son. And you know, here I am again. White European male is my ancestry. German and Italian, I believe. I'm not even sure. Now, I could have looked at this whole situation and said, wow, I could be a MAGA scammer and make shit tons of money because I got bills to pay, son. And whatever you got to do, right? That's the American way, right? That's what they teach us, right? Satan's better than being a loser. Right? Teachers across America? Polite society? I see how you look at me. You think I don't know? What's funny, son? I look at you the same way. I want nothing to do with you. I'm talking to so many people that I see walk around. I don't want to be near you. I don't want you in my life. I don't want to be like you. Trying my best not to be like you, actually. Although I'll admit, certain points in my life I got very desperate and I compromised myself, but I realized I was doing it in the midst of it. The difference between me and you, I gave a shit. And again, I was an ambitious young man at one time. If certain things would have came my way, I would have bit. Now I'm older and wiser. And I have the full picture. And now I'd rather die than be you. You know who you are. Die, son, I'm talking. Starve to death. Die. That's how serious I am about about not being you. That's the majority of you out there, the overwhelming majority. I see what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I know how you got the big house. I see the backstabbers over. No matter where I go, your carbon copy imps. Because you got bills to pay. And the main priority that you want us all to make ours is making sure your fat family has way too much and you're doing the best. Do you know how many humans I've encountered at workplaces that are that? That is the entirety of their existence? Ambition. And why isn't everyone else trying to make me rich here? Anyway, I'm getting way off the shit. I need to go. I shouldn't even have talked this long. I just wanted to let you know that the adjudicated criminal who tells me I'm wrong in things I say and do straight up throws porn in my face. And I ain't looking for that. Even though I'm a man, and most men, we go, oh, that's sexy, that's hot. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Not here. I just wanted to point out the hypocrisy because it's just so blatant. So just understand when you're on this website and you see it, them accuse this channel of something or accuse this person of something, remember they're an adjudicated criminal. 1, they work with the mob and defamed me. 2, 3, they show straight up porn to people. I told you about a live stream I came across one night where the thumbnail of the live stream was a straight up naked woman. I'm talking all of it, son. So I could imagine if you clicked on it, what you would see. And no, I didn't click on. I was shocked. I'm on YouTube. I see a completely naked woman. It's the thumbnail for the live stream. I see the number of people at the bottom that are in the live stream, something like 800 or something, being broadcast by this place that shut me down 19 times. Not to mention all the porn on Meta, on Twitter, and elsewhere. Amazing. And there's the language in a commercial, for fuck's sake. They're not a podcaster, son. They're selling hard-on pills. My husband effed my 8 times. That's a commercial, son. On YouTube. Have a nice day.